Hello, welcome back to Pillars of Eternity, where, like you just saw in the previous video at the end of it, I let a video run extra long and split it in half. So this is a little bit of introduction in here as we're going into doing that, and talk to you later. Spread across a lumpy pallet of straw, the hide blankets are surprisingly soft. Wreath of straw woven with animal bones hangs from the shelf. A wreath of bones? Hmm. Oh, most events at the Stronghold occur over the passage of game time. Tax collection, completion of side adventures, and the generation of crafting ingredients occurs as you complete a quest. I forgot crafting ingredients show up. I have probably tons of them in that chest that's in the back there. Okay, let's head down to Hearthsong, I believe is where the Passage of the Six is. Yeah. We're going to have to go to Elmshore too. My hope is that whatever this situation is, it doesn't necessarily have to result in a battle. I'm hoping we can convince this one at least. Clicking an item in a container will, while holding the shift key, will move it directly to your stash. Interesting. I'm hoping that we'll be able to talk this one out of her situation. Then again, if she's been cheating death in some way, it's probably something horrendous. Total wages paid 1400 CP. That's not what I wanted to look at. Yow. Okay. Oh dear. At this point, I will start losing more money than I get. Oh. Okay. I still have him as a prisoner. Where is the Passage of the Six? There. Warrior, warrior. White Void. Is it in tasks down here? No, it's not. Durgan's Battery. Food items cannot be used in combat, but can provide bonuses over a long period of time. They hold allies at hand. It's suicide. Why are you shaking?
Hail, Estramor!
Okay, goodbye. I've already asked all those. Redal. Redai.
Tread carefully, Estramor.
What kind of courtesy have you learned in your filthy homeland? We speak of Glenfathan matters. Begone. Since your approach, anti-elven hunter suddenly drops his conversation, turns to face you. Red stripe of paint gleams, purely with sweat, cheekbone to cheekbone. Still your heart, Redai. Do not forget where you stand. She parts the fine strands of golden hair that float before her face. Acknowledges you with nod. In the house of our ancestors in the 6 tribes, we commune as one people. The ancestors will forgive me and my brother when I clean the shame away from his name, and from the taint it has brought to our tribe. What happened to your brother? My brother Fjorm is the greatest hunter of our tribe. He set out on a blood hunt but hasn't returned. Now Arthwin, that puny liar, he claims that my brother... Arthwin belongs to another tribe. He is the hunter that competed against Fjorm during their blood hunt. Arthwin claims that Fjorm exiled himself, deciding not to return to Twin Elves. Exiled, in shame, for losing to him during the blood hunt. Can you believe this liar? Even though Arthwin returned with the giant Stelgers paying as proof, it's hard to believe Fjorm would have failed to kill the prey first. But you cannot claim that yet, Redai, not until the Anam Fatha judge the truth. Arthwin's weak, from a lower tribe. He lies. I'll find the truth and clean my brother's name. You mentioned a blood hunt. What is it? We prove our worth in a blood hunt. We set out to stalk and prey, always a dangerous creature, and only one kills it first. Yes, but we hunt as pairs, to bond, as Glenfathan, as one, not as enemies. To hunters, 2 tribes, 1 spirit. That is our way. Well, our way isn't a lie. We don't betray our brothers and sisters for our own gain. Blood hunt between your brother Arthwin has broken the communion of our tribes, Redai. Do not dig in this wound until you can claim the truth. Perhaps our customs appear strange to you, but despite what you now see, we Glenfathans hold our bonds sacred. Everybody holds their bonds sacred, until they don't. Why would Arthwin lie about your brother? Why? He looks at you as if the answer were obvious. Redai, please still your anger. She does not know our customs. The huntress turns to you and nods. Arthwin stands to gain much from claiming victory over Fjorm. It brings renown and glory to his kin, a lesser tribe, the Twice Split Arrows. Arthwin has no history, no name, and now he returns a hero while my brother, tricked, perhaps worse. How do you... Tell me about your tribe. We are the Keepers of the Stone. We're the first tribe. Our history runs across the ages to the time of the Builders. His voice swells with pride for a moment, holding his anger at bay. He lets the name reverberate on the hall. We are the one with past, with our traditions and history. The best crafts and hunts come from our kin. Other tribes look up to our prowess. Oh, that's not him, that's her. I mistook that. They're consumed by envy. That's why Arthwin lies about my brother. His tribe has no history, no glory, but now he claims it for the Twice Split Arrows, while we're left to bear a false shame. How do you plan to clear Fjorm's name? A bead of sweat rolls down Redai's forehead and hangs from his red-painted cheekbone like a drop of blood. It quivers as the hunter's muscles twitch. I can't tarry here while my brother's fate remains unknown. The Anam Fatha must let me go. To judge Arthwin and to clean our tribe's name, they cannot listen only to your truth. The huntress lowers her head, glancing at you. Before the Anam Fatha, only an impartial voice can speak for what happened. You mean to involve this one, an Estramor? Redai whips his neck, and the drop of sweat lingering on his cheekbone flies in your direction. She points at him, her calloused finger curved like a claw. Listen to me now. Arthwin returned, with proof. Your brother did not even come back. The huntress blows against the fine hairs floating down over her face. The tribes are split. Something must be done. And this one is known to speak the truth. I may have some information already. I'll let you know. I'll remain here and wait for the Anam Fatha to summon us. I'll remain. He breaks the silence in a grave voice. I'll remain here and wait for the Anam Fatha to summon us. Fjorm and Arthwin went to the Northweald Forest, beyond the Old Song Pass, to hunt a great giant Stelgare. Search there and return to us with the truth if you can, but be aware. Stelgare of such size, many times over their lesser kin, usually gather a big pride that follows them closely. Radai fixes his eyes on you, two glowing embers over the blood-red stripe painted across his face. Estremor, I don't expect help, but I'll do anything to know of my brother's fate and clean the stain that Arthwin has spilled on our tribe. Anything. This I claim. Okay, speak with Radai in the passage of 6. See, okay, now I had to get that, opened it, and now everything has come up. Okay.
Tread carefully, Estremor.
You've returned. We hope you found the truth about my brother's fate. I've concluded my task. It's time to speak with the Anam and Vath. What did you see? Where's Fjorm? Radai takes a step forward. Tell me. Radai. The huntress thrust her palm. Why doesn't she have a name? Between you and her companion, the truth belongs to all of us. Even Arthwin, you know this. I'm ready to share the truth with the Anam Vath, and I'll make sure that so is Arthwin. Radai hesitates a moment, wipes the sweat off his brow, off his face, leaving traces of red paint on his hands. Share your findings with the Anam Vath. The Crossed Eye. Court of Bowing Ashes stands. In the Court of Bowing Ashes stands a towering Adra statue entwined with living trees, dating back to the Ingwithans. It is believed to represent an Orlan ruler of that lost empire, though you notice all the cultures are multiracial. That's interesting. It's like the Glenfothans aren't all elves or all humans, it's a mix. Same with the Ingwithans, apparently. Though the natural progress of time has done some damage with the Glenfothans, remember one act of vandalism against it from the early colonial days. During the chaos of the Broken Stone War, Aedra explorers ventured deep into Iron Glenfath, made their way to the court of the Bowing Ashes, and scaled the statue to break loose a single eye, large as Al-Mua's head, and made of pure Adra ban. Most of the members of that band were captured and killed by the Glenfothans, but the eye was never recovered. In recent years, rumor has spread through the eastern reaches that a new owner of the eye has been attempting to sell it through covert markets. The Anam Vath of at least 3 tribes would reward anyone who recovered it. 35% experienced. Duration 4 turns. Average item, major item. Who do I send to do this? I'm going to send you. You haven't done a quest in a while. Two things going on. Okay. Our paths cross again, Gallus Anams. I've been investigating Fjorm's disappearance. Indeed, Arthur and Radai have spoken of little else. I do not envy your position, Gallus Anams. Your testimony may resolve the tensions between the Keepers of the Stone and the twice-split arrows. When you've gathered your evidence, I'll call a hearing. Let's begin. I will summon Arthwin and Radai. Their fates and the names of their tribes depend on what you reveal to us, Gallus Anams. Okay. This is going to be tricky. Bethel stands at the head of the hall, lit from behind by dozens of candles. She casts a long shadow across the floor. We've gathered to weigh the claims of Arthwin and Radai in the matter of Fjorm's disappearance. To that end, we are honored by the presence of Gallus Anams, whose insight will help us render a verdict. Murmurs of astonishment echo from the front of the hut. We begin with Arthwin's claim. He asserts that Fjorm lured him into a confrontation with a Stelgare and that he slew the beast on his own. Fjorm, he says, exiled himself, fearing that knowledge of his actions would heap shame on the Keepers of the Stone. As evidence, he brings a fang from the great Stelgare. On the other hand, Radai states that his brother was tricked and murdered by Arthwin during the hunt. A hunter of Fjorm's renown would not have fallen in the blood hunt, but by treachery. And now we turn to our Gallus on Anams. We ask only you share your observations that we may find closure for these two tribes. What fate befell Fjorm? Fjorm is dead. What? Radai stares at you, his face contorted between surprise and anger. He turns to Arthwin. How? You puny weakling, how? Do not forget your place. Radai's chest balloons, but he quickly lowers his chin in obedience. Oh, Yanamfoth whips her neck towards the tribesmen. Do not forget your place. Radai's chest balloons, but he quickly lowers his chin in obedience. Arthwin's eyes dart from side to side. Yanamfoth continues. It saddens us to know this truth, but we must still reveal it deeper. If this is so, how did the giant Stelgir die? Fjorm killed the giant beast. Of course he did. Radai shakes his fist and looks to everyone in the hall. Arthwin is just a feeble hunter from the twice-split arrows and a liar. Silence! Her slitted pupils narrow as she regards you. And now we come to it. Claim the truth for the 6 tribes. Fjorm tricked Arthwin and fought the giant Stelgar by himself. They killed each other in the fight. Arthwin tried to cover Fjorm's shame, but lied about besting the creature. The words echo along the passage of the 6 to the solemn audience. Bethel nods. It is as you say. We thank you for sharing your truth with us. Brothers of the tribes, let these wounds mend. Go in peace and contemplate the shame brought into our hearth. Did I gain experience? I gained experience. Did I gain reputation? Is what I really wanted to ask. Deerford, I've got overwhelmingly good. No, that's wrong. Faintly good ally twin elves. Okay. I think I did out of order. The shame upon both tribes is not what I would have wanted, but we must learn to turn our faces to these hard truths if we are to survive the coming season. Your integrity is a boon to us. Please accept this with our thanks. Oh. Even more experience. My reputation did not go up.
Certainly.
Fighters are extremely durable and among the most reliable damage dealers. They can be very effective at locking down a position and progressively wearing down even hard-to-hit enemies. Yes, they are. Having two of them makes for a little bit of a slow but reliable front line. I would wonder how this would work if I had chosen Barbarian rather than Fighter, though. That would have been interesting. What's my timer like? My timer did not get started, so give me a moment. I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to check to see how long this is going to